I apologize for going straight to business, Queen Jamila, but the Stygians have robbed us of the luxury of time. Their siege on my base is tightening, and that wretched Commander Omar has now made camp not far away from here. While his lieutenants still mount attacks on our defenses, the main force is held back, preventing me from getting proper provisions. He means to starve us to death. Luckily, I still know the secret passes through the mountain that you showed me so long ago, but I fear this is the last chance I'll get to enjoy some semblance of freedom. Come, Sylas. You said you were going straight to business. What do you need from me? There is a hidden ledge just past your camp, the Scoundrel's Gateway. I need you to grant the prisoners I free safe passage to reach it. There will come a time that I'll need their help to break the siege and rid us both from the Stygian parasites. Granted, your resistance has taunted the Stygians so greatly that for most part they have left us alone. This is a small price to repay such a debt. Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Jamila. May you always find water. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Mr. Bolelish, and in today's episode we are going to be tackling level 9 purges, and hopefully by the end we'll manage to defeat our level 10 purge. Let me just show you what we did. Since last episode we didn't change much from the base. We are at 71,000, which isn't too bad. We are going to be training our Cimmerian Berserker. She is over here, level 0 still, because we got it from the last purge. Out here we have everything just about the same. We have the thralls we got from the purge and I think survived from the last one. And we have our big boy over here. He took quite a beating on the last one, so not expecting him to survive for long, but was a temporary guy that we really hoped would last a little bit longer than he did. We also added this door here that we are going to leave open. Hopefully the attackers won't get too annoyed by this. This is mostly for once we let these guys loose, we'll come here and close this door just so they don't roam through this corridor and into that open space. That's where they get beaten and most of them die. That's where our golem got a real good beating as well, so hopefully we can use this door to manage that a little bit. Just have them help out clearing these corridors, and once that is done we'll close the door and allow them to come back to their place while we deal with the rest. It's just an option, we might not even use it. But that is it, nothing more to add. We are just going to go for another level 9 purge, which is quite exciting. It was a rough one. We are using a couple of legendary weapons here. The sword is just to get that a little bit lower on durability so we can give it to one of our thralls once it's almost broken. And then we'll use the mace, the forged light. I'm not a big fan of two-handed maces for these situations, but the damage is really good. So it's 74 damage versus 49 from our axe. So it's just such a huge difference that I think we should use it. Here come the Stygians. I'm going to start by using our legendary sword right away. Those two-handed mace guys are quite dangerous. They already broke one of the doors, which isn't ideal. I didn't see them sneaking by. Really sad that this weapon is almost broken, because it's such a good weapon for this situation. Such a good weapon. Alright, let's eat something here for some sated bonus while we go up here. Drop some fire on them. There is a demolisher going through, so we have to get in here. They don't seem to be worrying too much about the door, which is exactly what we want. Our berserker is getting some levels in. We are almost at the stage where we want to switch out this weapon, just to make sure it's usable by one of our thralls. Ouch. Alright. The archer got that one. Alright, that door is kind of a bottleneck for us as well, so we have to be really careful about it. Okay, we might be in some trouble here. Well, I think they kind of pushed us out of the way unintentionally, which we are going to thank them. I'm going to use this time to also say goodbye to our big boy weapon here. There's another big boy weapon, but with this one we will have to be a little bit more careful. There's archers trying to ruin our sated bonus. This one does throw them down to the ground, which is not bad. But it is with the light attacks, which... yeah, the heavy attacks are just too good to not use. We just want to avoid using the last one of the combo because it will drain our stamina completely. And we want to recover the stamina as fast as we can. Here, there's a lot of them, so we're going for the light attacks.
In the name of Set.
This is very close quarters. Kind of dependent on being able to not get stuck here. Alright, that wasn't too bad. The problem, like the light attacks, we have a big cleave, which is really good, but they are stopped by the shields. So if someone with the shield is defending, we will stagger out of that animation. Because of our perks, if we're doing heavy attacks, they still protect the damage with the shield, but they won't stop our attack animation because they're blocking. So it's kind of a tricky situation, deciding where to use the light and the heavy. Okay, let's get in here with the light attacks. There's a lot of them, which we have a good cleave to use it. Uh-oh. This is a tricky situation we're in. Okay, there goes the Demolisher. Let's use the heavy attacks to deal with this guy faster. You see there, our light attack was stopped by the shield block from that guy. It's not a big deal if we're not surrounded, but I mean, we can get surrounded at any time with a purge like this. So. This is a dangerous spot. Okay, the two-handed mace is serving us well. I was afraid of using it because we tried to use, but it was weaker, not legendary two-handed maces. So the damage output and the armor pen from this weapon does compensate for the slow attacks. Alright, so far so good. Our Sumerian Berserker keeps leveling up, which is also very good news. And we are clearing these corridors quite nicely. I don't think any Demolisher has gone through without us noticing, which is always a concern. But we do have quite the concentration of stygians at the next door. Let's take care of this one first. Alright. This is just one, so we're going for the heavy attacks, which is super effective. Let's see the corridor, what state are we in? Not too bad, not too bad. Should have gone for the heavy attacks for this one. We'll just smash his head in now. Here as well. Alright. There we go. Just killed him with the kick. The powerful kick. Alright. Oh, there come these guys. These guys might actually be trickier with this weapon because the daggers are very fast to attack. And we are slow to wind up our attacks. So we are going to take extra care for that reason. We need to go deal with these guys, the Demolishers. Okay, none of them pass through. Let's open this door. And now for this guy, we're going for the heavy attacks. And the commander is challenging us already. I'm just going to go for it, because I think we're doing pretty good. We didn't even have to release our thralls on this one, which is nice. But we're going to have a surplus of thralls, which it is laggy. It's still nice, but it is laggy.
Blood of the serpent.
Let's see if we can get the commander alone. Yep. Alright.
Invaders.
Now just run away a little bit, and we should have him. Of course, he just starts protecting right away. Let him get you kicked in the face. Now this weapon deals a lot of damage, and if we do the last attack, we have to wait a little bit longer to regen our stamina. Which in this situation is not bad, but when you're surrounded and you don't have any stamina, it's quite bad. We have our second victory for level 9 purge. It is very exciting. We are doing it, guys. We are doing it. I'm not sure how much tougher these are going to get. This one was quite doable. Let's see in terms of thralls. There's the merchant. The merchant stuff is just... I wanted to buy the traps, but it's just so expensive. What did we get? Luba the Lucius. Black Dragon Master Archer. Those are actually good. Relic Treasure Hunter Seeker. Also decent. And Amethyst Seductress. Let's see in terms of loot. No legendary weapon. 2 treasures, which is nice. We like 2 treasures. Stygian Vanguard Armor, Stygian Vanguard Armor. We already know these. Sure, we'll take everything, because we are going to be slow walking home anyway. Some star metal, some decent enough things for resource-wise. Let's start making our way home.
Free me.
Okay, I'm going to show you the loot we got from these 19 purges. It's a lot of them, so I'm going to try to make this a little bit quicker than usual. In the second attack, we got a Stygian Archer 3, Stygian Fighter 3, Relic Hunter Bearer 3, two of those guys. We got one treasure and a Lemurian Ancient statue, which is a 5,000 gold coin treasure. Really cool for us because we need to go from 70,000 gold up to 100,000. It's a lot. In the third attack, we got a Shemite Dancer 3, a Stygian Dancer 3, Anja the Dervish, a Kushite Fighter 3. For the loot, we got one treasure, Frost Shot, which is a legendary bow, really cool, it's going to one of our archers, and Mistmorn, a legendary shield. It's the first time we got two legendaries in one crate. For the fourth attack, we got a Stygian Archer 3, Rethrus Burdened, 2 Relic Hunter Bearer 3, and 1 treasure, Crystalline Guardian Torso, 1 Fragment of Power, and some supply materials with a bunch of alcohol in it. Nothing that gives us buffs, so not a very good one. In the fifth attack we did die once, but we got a Kushite Archer 3, Ulrich Bearbaiter, Pona Pierce Arrow, and Sonja the Strider. It was a good one in terms of named thralls. All three of these are quite good. In terms of loot, we got one treasure, the Impaler, a legendary spear, the Crystalline Guardian Torso, and some supply materials with 500 crystal, 250 ivory, 250 alchemical base, the alchemical base being the big one for us. Initially, I thought that using a spear for our base defense wouldn't be very good because it's kind of a single targeted weapon, but with our one tile setup and the reach of the weapon, it ended up being very good for us. We used it exhaustively until it almost broke and we gave it to one of our guards. I was very surprised by this weapon and I really enjoyed using it. In the sixth attack we got a Zamorian Dancer 3, a Stygian Dancer 3, Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, and a Relic Hunter Bearer 3. As for loot, one treasure, the Love Tap, which is a legendary mace that doesn't deal damage, it deals concussive damage, so it's kind of a truncheon type of thing. A Fragment of Power, and supply materials with 500 bone and 500 iron stone. In the seventh attack, we freed Rethrus the Burdened, a Shemite Dancer 3, Luba the Luscious, and Cormag Beastblood. Not a bad one here. As for loot, we got one treasure, another Mistmorn, another legendary shield, a Fragment of Power, and some supply materials with 1,000 plant fibers. For the 8th attack, we got a Shemite Dancer 3, Zingarian Archer 3, Sonja the Strider, and a Relic Hunter Bearer 3. We got two treasures out of this one, a Crystalline Guardian Leg, and some supply materials with 250 crystals and 500 bear pelts. In the 9th attack, we died once and got Nar Goatfoot, 2 Stygian Dancers 3, Pona Pierce Arrow, and one treasure, one Fragment of Power, one supply material with a bunch of dice in it, and another supply materials with 500 steel bars and 1,000 Highland Berry Seeds. Then came attack number 10, which brought us Aima the Seductress, the Stygian Archer 3, Kushite Fighter 3, Relic Hunter Bearer 3. Also one treasure, one Crystalline Guardian Leg, the Axe of the Lion, and some supply materials with 250 iron bars, 500 tar, and 500 steel bar. The Axe of the Lion is a good one. It's a predatory weapon with 103 damage. The predatory means that the heavy attacks don't deal any damage, so it's very high damage weapon, but you can only use light attacks on it. In the 11th attack we got a Relic Hunter Bearer 3, a Stygian Archer 3, a Zamorian Archer 3, and a Shemite Archer 3. So nothing really good in terms of thralls in this one. In terms of loot, we got one treasure, one Crystalline Guardian Head, Momentum, which is a legendary mace, and some supply materials with 250 wood, 500 alchemical base, and 250 crystal. Momentum is a very good mace. It has 84 damage and quite a bit of armor pen as well. It's probably the best legendary we got, and I think we used it once in one of the purges just to test out the moveset, and then we decided on saving it for the last purge, the level 10 one. In the 12th attack, we got a Stygian Dancer 3, a Stygian Archer 3, a Zingarian Fighter 3, and another Stygian Archer 3. We got one treasure, Crystalline Guardian Head, and the Watchblade. The Watchblade is a really cool two-handed sword. It's not the best legendary, but it has a lot of durability, which is exactly what we need in the situation. In the 13th attack, as usual, we died once. we have a thing with the number 13, but we got Backpacker Enric, a Cimmerian Berserker, which is one of my favorite thralls, because it's one of the best thralls, Sonja the Strider, and Anja the Dervish, a very good one in terms of thralls. We also got 2 treasures, Iron Guardian Head, a Fragment of Power, the Sledge of Tsotalandi, and some supply materials with random berry seeds in it. The Sledge of Tsotalandi is just a regular legendary 2-hander mace. It's a decent enough weapon. In the 14th attack we died twice. We got a Leonil, Parfait Camelback, a Leon, and a Relic Hunter-Bearer 3. Leon is also a thrall that I usually like. It's not as good as Dalinzia or the Cimmerian Berserker, but it does deal a good amount of damage. For the loot we got 2 treasures, Oil of Concussion, a Crystalline Guardian Leg, Fragment of Power, and some supply materials with 250 alchemical base and 250 bear pelts. Not a bad one in terms of thralls and loot. In the 15th attack we survived it, and we got Lionel, a Stygian Dancer 3, another Leon, and a Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. We also got 1 treasure, a Crystalline Guardian Arm, a Fragment of Power, the War Spear of the Black Circle, some supply materials with random berry seeds in it, and another supply materials with 750 Highland berry seeds and 500 steel. We also got the Cat or Cat Idol, which is 5,000 coins worth of treasure, and it's really good for us to bump us closer to the level 10 purge. In the 16th attack we got Anja the Dervish, Nar Goat Food, and 2 Relic Hunter Bearer 3. For the loot we got a treasure, another watch blade, and a Fragment of Power. In the 17th attack something went terribly wrong. We used a 2-handed mace for this one, I think it's the Tsotalandi one, and it was really early in the morning. I think I was still a bit groggy, so we died 4 times, but it matters not because we got a Shemite Dancer 3, another Cimmerian Berserker, a Stygian Fighter 3, and Sonja the Strider. In terms of loot, just 1 treasure, Crystalline Guardian Leg, and some supply materials with 500 branches and 500 wood. In the 18th attack, we got a Stygian Archer 3, a Kushite Fighter 3, a Stygian Dancer 3, and a Relic Hunter Bearer 3. 1 treasure, 1 Crystalline Guardian Head, a Witchfire Torch, and some supply materials with 500 steel bars and Highland berry seeds. The Witchfire Torch isn't very special here, but I think it's cool you get these random items in there, so I really like the blue flames on this one, that's why it's here. In the 19th attack we got a Eborn Dancer 3, Leonil, Stygian Dancer 3, a Zingaran Fighter 3, 1 treasure, and some supply materials with random dice in it. The 20th attack was the last level 9 attack that Sylas has suffered. He got some Stygian Archer 3s, 2 of those, a Chieftain Dietrich, and another Cimmerian Berserker. As for notable loot, only 1 treasure and an ancient Lemurian statue, which is worth 5,000 gold and made us get over that threshold from purge level 9 to purge level 10. The next one is going to be the big one, guys. One by one, the prisoners rescued from the Stygian camps were instructed to take the mountain pass. They would carry with them their equipment, although they'd need to hunt for food and water. After traversing the winding paths, Blackhand camps, and finally a hidden narrow corridor, they would find Haina the Light, commander of this vital unit. Alongside teams of Blackhand raiders, they have the task of sabotaging the Stygian supply lines and then join Sylas on his final defense against the Commander Omar's elite troops. Okay, so we are just about ready for our first level 10 purge. I'm very excited about this. I'm also excited about showing our little setup here. This is more of a kind of a roleplay setup. We have some palisades on the front. We have our men guarding the walls. Initially I thought I would save some thralls. I'm adhering to the 50 thrall limit that you usually have in single player. So at this moment we do have the 50 thralls. I thought during the level 9 purges I would just keep the weak ones and just have them in front of the walls for the slaughter. It should be a cool watching experience. But as we went through so many level 9 purges, we actually got quite a decent fighting force here. It's 20 thralls, all of them named. I'm going to introduce you to them just now. We also took out the corrupted spiders. We have 2 of these. I thought we had 3, but no, we only have 2. These are the MVP of Ichor production because they do have a 50% chance of producing Ichor, but since this is our last purge, we will give them a fighting chance as well. So, our frontliners here are all bearers. Rethros the Burdened. They are equipped in a similar way. They have the Vanir set. We actually crafted these armors. This one we didn't, but that's just to keep some sort of uniform across the force. And we made Serpentman maces because we had enough reptile hides to make 5 of them, so why not? We also have a shield with our emblem. Looks cool. So, Nar goat food, also giving them some Stygian rations just to give them a bit of HP regen once they start getting hit. So we have Nar goat food, Backpacker Enric, Rethros the Burden again, and a Parfat Camelback. We have another spider protecting this flank. So this is our front line. I did change the engagement settings to chase and fight only at 5 meters. I'm not sure if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't want them to chase and get surrounded too much, so we'll just see. I did that for everyone except for the archers, which have the attack distance of 15 meters. Okay, here we have our fighters, the damage dealers. We have Leon with a Yamatai Warhammer. We crafted that one. We crafted different Warhammers for these because 3 of them have the old legendary weapons that we're not using anymore. They have strength weapon damage armors. This one we made a Serpentman thingy. This one we actually didn't use, so Anja the Dervish got a brand new legendary, which is exciting. And the Sledge of Tsotalandi we did use a little bit, but it's basically a new weapon as well for Sonja the Strider. For our dancers, we decided to have a rank of dancers. I'm not sure why I decided of going for rank of dancers, but they are cool, and also we made them a stygian armor for agility weapon damage. I don't know why I did the agility weapon damage because most of these dancers have bonuses to strength, and I ended up giving them a strength based weapon, so it is what it is. I'm dumb sometimes. But we did make a Havoc and Malice for all 5 of them. It took us most of our star medal, but I think it's worth it because it is a weapon that looks like kind of a flowy weapon. Good for a dancer, I think. And you see their stats, most of them have 15% in strength and nothing in agility, so yeah, why not? Now, at last but not least, our archers. We have Pona Pierce Arrow. These guys come equipped with epic bows, epic weapons, short sword. These guys do have the bonus to agility mostly. A stack of hardened steel arrows. For the hardened steel arrows, we did have a bunch of feathers saved up, but we went to Seprimeru and bought a whole bunch of them. You can buy 10 of them for 1 silver. We did that off camera. I thought I was recording, but I forgot to press the button, so. These guys are also quite decent, especially these guys, the Black Dragon Master Archers. Should be quite decent in melee combat because they do have big bonus. I think it's a 2 point something. It's just basically a 2. It's not a higher than that, but still with a lot of agility, a lot of melee bonus damage, they should pack a punch. We have 3 of these guys, all equipped the same way, and Pona Pierce Arrow for the armor. We made the Dark Templar chest guard, and we used the dice that we've been collecting from the start to make them a little bit cooler. Dark Templar, everything, it's agility weapon damage, and the head wraps. And the headdress is the Stygian one. We also managed to make this big boy over here. Hopefully these guys can hold on nicely. Ainda the Light, our most trusted follower, is up there overseeing her troops. She's not going to be engaged in combat unless we get really desperate. We have 2 archers up there. Those archers we took from... Whoops. Those archers we took from this sledge over there. Okay, so these archers, we also gave them hardened steel arrows. We made a lot of them because it's the last purge, so why hoard a lot of hardened steel? And we did revamp the base a little bit. The layout's basically the same, but it looks cooler. This, I had it go a little bit deeper. If we want to fight here, we have a little bit more wiggle room. If we come here, this is the main corridor where we usually fight. We have this door as usual. We have these guys here. Over here we made a full corridor up here just so we could traverse without all the jumping. Yeah, that's about it. We did change everything to the storm glass, except with the floor and some foundations. We did level up these three to be at the same level as each other, so hopefully these guys will perform a little bit better than they were, because the floor was lower and they couldn't reach them, the enemies as well. And that's about it. If we keep going, we have these two, the last guards, we have the main boss, and the trainee. The trainee is actually a Cimmerian berserker, and without further ado, we are going for our first threat level 10. Dun 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 dun. Alright, let's tell this one to follow and then stop. Let's go here. We went a good vantage point to see the fight from here. And I was looking at this little ledge, and it looks quite cool. We are going to jump down there and help out our soldiers. Let's just see how this goes first. Let's take our shield out in case they try and shoot at us to see this. Our equipment is still the same. When we went to Seprimeru, we did go to the sinkhole and got the recipes for the Dragonbone armor, and we do have some Dragonbone, but the look isn't good for Sylas, so we just kept this one. We are using our best weapons, Momentum and the Watchblade, and let's see how our soldiers deal with this. So far, they're doing okay. Our spider's going way too deep, she's going to die. Ooh, our archers are going way too deep. Why are you going all the way there? I gave them the chase distance of a potato. I'm not sure why they're going all the way there. I'm going to get involved here. Yeah, ouch. The involvement is hurting me. Alright, I mean, these guys were supposed to be expendable, even though we did end up with a very good force. I was hoping that they would fight a little bit more carefully, but we can help them out here. The spider is still alive, surprisingly, almost dead, but still alive. Ooh, our golem is going at it. Why I cannot stick? Oh. Alright, there's a demolisher here. Well, there was a demolisher there. Okay, man, you are doing great. Let's see if we can save this spider, at least for now. I don't know why our archers are all the way over here. You're the ones supposed to be the safest. I was attacking the spider now. Should have put them to prioritize ranged, I guess. That's fine. They're very good thralls. Would be a shame to see them perish, but I think there's no going. Their chase distance is very low though, so I don't think they should be in there. But that's fine, that's fine. Oh, there's a lot of guys attacking you. Let's see if we can give you a little hand here. Alright. You guys are suicidal and I'm suffering from this. Did our spider die? No, they're still alive, both of them. That is very surprising to me. Well, our archers might be all dead. I'm not going to loot equipment because I'm going to become over-encumbered, and I do not want that. All our archers died. They were very good thralls. The dragon, the black dragon master archers are very good thralls, but at the end of the day, they shouldn't have. Okay. I'm going to play it a little bit safer here. We have a proper battle in our hands. Help me out, guardian buddy. Regen! Oh, there's too many people here. There's too many freaking people here. Do we stand with our man or do we retreat? I'm going to drink here. I'm going to stand with our man until I can. Sylas, even though he is a shady businessman, he has grown to become very brave and attached to his own men. These prisoners were the sole reason he has survived so long and has been able to amass such fortune, so we are going to stand and fight. That was a kill steal from my part. Stop hitting our guys. Hey, this is a bit much. The momentum actually deals more damage. Gee, look at this. Slaughter. So much death, and for what? And my game crashed. Okay, what I wanted the least to happen ended up happening. Our game crashed. Like, the bodies are all gone. I did push it a little bit by having so many people here. I'm going to play this out as we managed to repel the first wave. A lot of our men have died and we are just going to retreat inside. Let's proclaim our wealth right away again and hope that this goes a little bit better. I've never had 2 crashes in a row, so crossing my fingers there. You're not, man. We can take them. The second wave is incoming. Archers ready? Yeah, if we want to help out from the start, we need to open up this gate.
In the name of Set, identify yourself.
There's a lot of fighting going on there, but I need to deal with this demolisher. Then I'll see if I can make my way there. This weapon's a monster. Uh-oh. Damn it, another demolisher. We are not seeing the feats of bravery from our men. Some of them are still alive. So. Alright, they're doing quite well. Especially considering some of them are bearers and they don't deal a lot of damage, but they do tank a lot of damage. Let's just see if any demolisher came through. Not really. Alright. So we survived the first wave. Oh, this is a prisoner wave. Uh-oh.
Blood of the
You
serpent.
guys are
Enemies at
not
the gate.
going to have a good time with this. Oh, good job, guys. I mean, they are prisoners, so...
By the old serpent, invaders!
Comes another wave of these guys. Good job, man. I see a stygian there at the corner. He's assessing our strength, probably. Okay. He was just scouting for the next wave. Okay, the demolishers are going through, so we have to trust our men to deal with that. There's a lot of demolishers, gee. This weapon's so good though. It actually has 2 knockdown animations. If you don't get knocked down on the first one, the last attack has like a 2-stage thing going on. Ooh, there's a lot of our guys dead here.
Enemies at the gate!
Who came over here? Any demolisher? Yep. Single demolisher. Unattended can do a lot of damage though. Now that one's dead. When they're dead, you shouldn't be able to do a lot of damage. There's a couple of archers here. Alright, just coming here outside to kill all these archers. The archers we can kill with one combo of the two-handed sword. Alright. Uh-oh. Here come the stygians, new fresh wave. Our archers should be dealing a lot of damage with the hardened steel arrows as well. Alright, let's drink a potion here. Alright, this is getting feisty. Not sure how our men on the other side are doing.
You see that?
This weapon is a monster of a weapon. Alright, are you guys still alive? Well, most of you are still alive. I think we lost one dancer so far. Oh, Lionel. Go out. Run away. Okay, it is a prisoner wave. Yet another one. I think their plan is to just put so many bodies on my screen that we'll crash again. I can grab these. They're very expensive to make. They cost 45 star metal.
Identify yourself.
All right. You guys okay? Doing great, buddies. What are you looking at? Beautiful construction, isn't it? Okay, another stygian wave. We have to take this one a little bit more seriously. Okay, the demolishers are going through, so are we. That's a lot of demolishers. A lot of demolishers. All the demolishers dead? Yep. Let's see if we can go help out our men. Right, the demolisher is trying to get through us, so we cannot allow that to happen. Oh, we have a challenge. Alright, how are we going to do this? Clear this out first. What? Shit, that was amazing. Yeah, I think I'm going to just start heading there. Hopefully some of our men will survive. I'm not sure if they will, because there's a big wave coming and they might get surrounded, but we need to get this commander. We really do. This is Commander Omar, the general that has been a thorn on Sylas' side for so long. Sylas really wants this guy. Killing him will bring some peace to this area of the world, and Sylas wants to be the one to make sure it happens. Dude? Yeah. Come here! Omar, the scoundrel. For too long, have your men plagued these lands, and we shall retake them from your grasp. And for the killing blow, your blood shall forever be splattered upon this shield. I was just having a bit of fun. Also, we're going to take the essence from this douchebag and we'll continue to our usual thing. Let's get some thralls. Let's see what we got. Hopefully something good. I'm not going to buy anything from you. Let's see. Over here, Stygian Fighter 3. Anja the Dervish. She's a good one. Stygian Archer 3, Leon is a decent one, and Chieftain Dietrich is not a very good one, but it does bring some armor with them. Let's see in terms of loot. 2 treasures. Frost Shot, that's a legendary weapon, which is very good. Elite Stygian Vanguard armor, I think we know all these. We got a Fragment of Power though. Let's take all and open the supply materials for 500 iron and 500 bones. On this side, stuff to dismantle, some star metal bars, not bad. Now, while we slowly make our way back to base, let's talk about what's next for the channel. This challenge is done. We set out to claw our way up to level 10 purges and defeat one, only using materials and thralls gathered from the purges. And we have completed that challenge, having a blast while doing so. But I don't think this will be the end for Sylas. Initially I was thinking about returning to Solara and finish exploring the Isle of Sipta, but with the most recent Funcom dev stream, they announced more content for the Exiled lands. The main piece being a huge Stygian fortress quite near to our base. And in my mind, it makes a lot of sense to continue Sylas' story, since the new content will feed directly into his need for revenge. We also still have the Zarak the Betrayer storyline wide open, and we can explore that as well in this new playthrough. Plus, I really want to try that new content. So we'll go for that path. We'll create a new playlist in the channel for the continuation of Sylas' journey. This time we'll play it normally with access to all the resources the game has to offer. But I think we'll still do some purges just for the fun of it, gather our resources, and be ready to strike back at the Empire. Now, what about here? Let's see, in terms of damage, another dancer died, unfortunately. Alright, we had 3 bears surviving, and 2 fighters, Cormag and Anja the Dervish. Alright. That's not bad. I really thought everyone would die from this little army that we set up. What about you? You took a bit of a beating, but wasn't too bad either. We were a lot more conservative with the way we used them. At last, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed seeing this challenge through. As always, any comments or suggestions are very welcome in the comments below, and I hope to see you on the next one.